5 incredible inventions that time left behind. Interesting reels? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're enjoying the videos, give them a thumbs up. 1. The monowheel, 1860s, early 1900s. The monowheel is a fascinating yet peculiar invention that traces its origins to the 1860s. A monowheel is essentially a large, singular wheel in which the rider sits or pedals. Unlike traditional bicycles or unicycles where the wheels rotate around a stationary hub, the monowheel's entire wheel rotates around the seated rider. Early designs were purely pedal-powered and were used for recreation and experimentation. However, the monowheel gained some renewed interest in the 20th century, as inventors sought to motorize it. In the 1930s, powered versions emerged with small engines to propel the wheel forward, transforming the monowheel into a motorized vehicle. Despite its novelty, the monowheel had significant practical issues. Stability was a major problem. Because the rider was inside the wheel, it was difficult to maintain balance, especially at higher speeds. Turning was another challenge, as changing direction required shifting the rider's weight dramatically. Additionally, there was a dangerous phenomenon called gerbling, where the inner frame and the rider would spin out of control if the wheel braked too hard. Due to these issues, the monowheel never found a place in mainstream transportation. Though it remains mostly a historical curiosity, the monowheel still captures the imagination of enthusiasts and engineers. Modern versions occasionally appear at technology exhibitions or as personal projects, keeping the spirit of this unusual invention alive. 2. Starlite. Starlite is one of the greatest mysteries in the world of material science. This nearly mythical substance was invented by Maurice Ward, an amateur British chemist, in the 1980s. Starlite was said to be a highly heat-resistant material, capable of withstanding temperatures that would instantly destroy most other materials. Ward claimed that Starlite could endure temperatures of up to 10,000 degrees Celsius, making it theoretically capable of surviving nuclear blasts. In demonstrations, he applied a blowtorch to Starlite-coated materials, which remained cool to the touch even after prolonged exposure. The material was also shown to resist intense laser beams and could keep an egg safe from burning, even when directly exposed to extreme heat. Despite its extraordinary potential, Starlite never made it to commercial production. Ward was highly secretive about the formula, fearing that it might be stolen or improperly used. He refused to sell the formula to any entity that could not guarantee its proper handling. Consequently, he took the secret of Starlite to his grave when he passed away in 2011. Some companies and researchers have since tried to recreate Starlite, but none have been able to match its purported properties. Today, Starlite is remembered as a lost wonder material that, had it been developed further, might have revolutionized fields ranging from aerospace to fire protection. Pigeon camera, 1907. Long before drones gave us a bird's-eye view of the world, the pigeon camera was the original aerial photography tool. Invented by German apothecary Julius Neubronner in 1907, this device was a small, lightweight camera strapped to a pigeon. The camera had an automatic timer, allowing it to take photographs at set intervals during the bird's flight. Neubronner initially developed the idea to track his carrier pigeon's routes. However, he soon realized its potential for aerial photography. The images captured by these pigeons provided unique perspectives of landscapes, cities, and military fortifications, making the pigeon camera one of the first tools for surveillance and aerial mapping. The device itself was a marvel of early engineering. The camera was small enough for a pigeon to carry, yet robust enough to house the film and timer mechanism. Pigeons were trained to fly specific routes, ensuring they would return to their starting point after taking the photographs. Despite the success and innovation of the pigeon camera, its use was short-lived. By the outbreak of World War I, aircraft and balloons had become the primary tools for aerial reconnaissance, rendering the pigeon camera obsolete. Today, it remains an intriguing chapter in the history of photography, showcasing human ingenuity in the quest for new perspectives. The Dynasphere, 1932. The Dynasphere, sometimes called the motor wheel, was an ambitious attempt to rethink personal transportation. Developed by Dr. J.H. Purves in 1932, this vehicle consisted of a large circular wheel with a seat for the driver inside. The Dynasphere operated on the principle of a monowheel, where the rider controls the movement from within the rotating wheel. The design featured a metal frame and a large rubber-covered wheel for traction. Inside, the driver would steer and control the speed using a simple mechanism connected to a small engine. The vehicle could reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour, which was quite impressive for its time. Pervs imagined that the Dynasphere could revolutionize transportation, providing a futuristic and unique mode of travel. However, the Dynasphere was far from practical. Much like the monowheel, it suffered from severe stability and control issues. Turning the vehicle was particularly challenging, requiring careful weight shifting by the driver. Furthermore, the risk of gerbling, where the inner frame would continue spinning within the outer wheel, made it dangerous to operate at higher speeds. Due to these limitations, the Dynasphere never made it past the experimental stage. Though it was not successful commercially, the Dynasphere remains an iconic example of early 20th century innovation and the adventurous spirit of its inventors. Modern versions of monowheels still draw inspiration from Pervs' original design. 5. The Telharmonium, 1897. The telharmonium is considered one of the earliest electronic musical instruments and a precursor to the modern synthesizer. Developed by Thaddeus Cahill in 1897, the telharmonium was a massive machine, weighing around 200 tons and occupying an entire room. It used electrical signals to generate musical tones, which were then transmitted over telephone lines to remote locations. The instrument operated using large tone wheels that created electric signals corresponding to different musical notes. These signals could be combined to produce complex sounds, including chords and melodies. Musicians could play the telharmonium through a specially designed keyboard, allowing them to create a wide range of musical effects. Despite its impressive capabilities, the telharmonium faced several obstacles. Its sheer size and weight made it cumbersome to operate and maintain. Additionally, transmitting music through telephone lines often resulted in signal interference, diminishing the sound quality. Although Cahill managed to set up a subscription-based service where people could listen to telharmonium concerts over the phone, the high costs and technical issues made it unsustainable. By the 1920s, with the advent of more compact and practical electronic instruments, the telharmonium faded into obscurity. However, its legacy lives on, as it laid the groundwork for future innovations in electronic music, influencing instruments like the Hammond organ and synthesizers. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe on the channel and like the videos. Thank you.